Welcome back to Prime Edition. Now, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi says the government does not have the budget to compensate farmers who lost their crops and livestock to flash floods and rains that wreaked havoc across the country. Speaking before the Senate, Linturi said the ministry is yet to assess the full damage caused by the floods to determine any action to be taken. However, the CS remarks comes days after Agriculture Principal Secretary Dr. Paul Ronoh said the government will find a way of compensating farmers in the country whose crops were destroyed by the floods.
The torrential floods witnessed in different parts of the country. The rains leaving a trail of destruction, sweeping with it over 200 lives and displacing over 200,000 Kenyans, with many more still feeling its impact. Farmers, some of whom invested millions of shillings, have not been spared. According to the Ministry of Agriculture, a total of 33,000 hectares of crops have been destroyed by floods across the country. Early this month, Agriculture Principal Secretary Dr. Paul Ronoh said the government will find a way of compensating farmers in the country whose crops were swept away by the floods.
Tumeona imeharibu mimea mingi. Imeharibu shamba mingi ya mimea. Na tumejipanga sasa kama serikali kuona vile tutasaidiana na wale wakulima ambao mimea yao iliharibika wakati wa mvua kama hii.
However, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi, while sympathizing with the affected farmers, now say that compensation is not on the table, citing budgetary constraints.
The government's emergency response to the emergencies occasioned by floods does not include compensation to crop and livestock farmers affected by floods. The government has no budgetary allocation for the purpose of compensation of farmers affected by the floods, and it is worth noting that Tana River County is also affected by floods resulting from the enhanced rainfall in those months of April again and May, and this is the season we are in.
Speaking before the Senate, Linturi said the ministry is yet to ascertain the full damage caused by the floods, as some areas are still flooding.
We will endeavor to check within the scope of our crop insurance what we can be able to make out of whatever has happened by sitting down with our insurers and discussing with them after the establishment of the level of loss, because right now it is not able to really to say with a lot of authority how much we've been able to lose.
Linturi acknowledged the Tana River County was among the worst affected devolved units. Abdiaziz Hashim for Prime Edition.